Minister for Labour and Productivity, Dr. Chris Ngige, has come under heavy criticism following his recent comments on the healthcare sector. Responding to questions on brain drain in the health sector, he says that Nigeria has enough doctors. According to him, Nigeria has surplus doctors, so they are free to travel and go to wherever it is they choose. Well, he's definitely come under heavy criticism for that comment, with people saying he's clearly not connected to what is going on in the health sector. And this has formed quite a number of debate, and that's our focus right here on Root Cause. My name is Gloria Oji Emodi, and to have this conversation, I have right here in the studio Dr. Roland Aigbofo. He is the president of the Association of Resident Doctors here in the FCT. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
And we have Dr. Laz Udeze. He is a health management expert. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, I'm going to start straight with you, Dr. Roland. What were your thoughts when you heard about that?
Well, my thoughts were simple. He obviously, with all due respect to a senior colleague, I think he has lost touch with reality. And for him to have gone on air to make such a statement or grant such interview, I think he would have at least made some research and get some information, get the facts. At this age and time, even though as a country we really don't have data, but for him to be emphatic that we have a lot of doctors so that at least they can go out to exports and all those stuff, for me, it doesn't actually make any sense.
Do we even have any sort of indices? Do we have any figures at all to tell the number of doctors that are practicing in Nigeria at the moment?
Yeah, the Medical and Dental Council, actually, the custodian of, they regulate the medical practice. They have a number of doctors that are registered practicing in the country. But that is it's not actually a true reflection of what it is, because there are many of our doctors who apparently are not practicing in Nigeria, but they go through the pain of renew their licenses.
Some people have said this could actually be politically motivated because he's a minister. The president is about to overhaul his cabinet in a few weeks' time, and this might just be for him to be in the good graces of the president, so he may remain, as a minister. What do you say to that? Starting with you.
If I were the president and I'm considering giving him another appointment, this statement will make me to drop him. It's not really in his interest. This is a very serious matter. The low human resource for health. We're just talking about doctors. We've not even moved to nurses, midwives, medical lab scientists, and so many other health workers that are grossly inadequate in our system. So it's not a joking matter. It's not something to play politics over.
Interesting.
About people who are staying hours to see a doctor, and you're telling them you have surplus and you have to give them out when a doctor to over 5,000 patients, and when we have about 35 medical schools in the country that trains an average of, let's say each medical school produces an average of 150 doctors in a year. So that will give you around 5,250 new doctors produced in a year. And NMA president said yesterday we have about 40,000 doctors practicing, and we need over 300,000. So the deficit we have is over 280,000 doctors to bridge the gap. And to get that done, you need at least, if you are producing 10,000 doctors every year, that would be like 28 years to bridge the gap. And our population keeps growing, but we produce about 5,000 per year. And the minister is saying we have surplus.
And I guess even worse, because we're just talking about generally doctors. Let's talk about specializations. We're saying 1 to 600. There are so many people who have cardiac problems, and there are few cardiologists. So if you break it down to the specialization of the doctors, you find out that you probably have one doctor to more than 20,000 people or patients of a particular case that he's a specialist in. So this is even a greater issue. What kind of conversations should we be having right now when it concerns recruitment of doctors, training of doctors, and equipping our health systems with the right personnel? Dr. Aigbofo.
All right, before I do that, let me also say this. Barely like a few months ago, this issue of brain drain actually came to the fore. when the Minister of Health said that doctors can actually do secondary work or going to Tulare and all those. I remember that vividly because I was there when that comment was made and everything. And, you know, the issue of we have so many doctors we can export, like I said before, is not in tune with reality. Because me, personally, I consider brain drain as of two faces. We have the external and the internal. Majority of the doctors we have today are concentrated at the federal level. When you go to the state and the local government level, there actually are a lot of doctors there. True. And there are a lot of doctors who apparently have done with their compulsory 1-year internship and youth service and all those stuff, waiting for employment. That aside, then coming to the issue of brain drain. Now we have the postgraduate exam, primaries that will write for specialization training. Now, over the last 5 years, there have been a drop in the number of doctors who are applying for that exam. Rather, we have more doctors applying for foreign exams. The USMLE, the PLAB, and all those. These actually are other indices to show that something is wrong somewhere. Now, going to the issue of specialization, and you know, for now, we are just speaking generally, one doctor to about 5,000, 6,000 yeah, when you now come to specialization, that is a different ballgame entirely. For instance, in Abuja, when you talk about urologists that specialize in laser surgery and all those stuff, I think there are about 1 or 2 in laser. Wow. Apart from the fact that even the laser is not readily available, many of the doctors who actually want to do it don't have the facilities to do it. So when you also come to specialization, it's even actually more than the 20,000 you're talking about.
Very true.
Now, if we have so much doctors, we have the professors in medicine, we have the senior consultants, you have the consultant, you have the resident and all those stuff. There is hierarchy in medicine. Everyone is responsible for a particular issue. Now, if we have a lot of doctors, and the statistics we have, the doctors that are leaving are mostly the young consultants and the fresh graduates. Now, if the young consultants that just finished their training who still have all those information to pass around, to pass across to the younger generation, they are living in droves. Now, the older consultants, with all due respect, they might not be as active as the younger ones. And you believe me, there will be a gap there. And now the younger ones that are also supposed to be coming up to pass information to, they are leaving. Who are now the surplus that we have to export?
Exactly, because you know these are some of the issues that a lot of people have kept talking about when he made that comment. Thank you so much, Dr. Rula Daigbobo, for talking to us, and Dr. Udeze for talking to us. Well, this is quite an intensive conversation that has to continue. Please, we ask you to give us your comments on the comment section of this video. My name is Gloria Oje Emade, and you're watching Rootstv Nigeria.